Let's do this. Welcome to Famous Cartoonist Says Things in the Morning. Says things at noon. Says things all day long. Welcome to the show. My coffee is piping hot. Piping, I say. It was very, very sippable. Sippable and swiggable. It's here, fresh. And I am here fresh for you. D. Brad is here today. Good morning, D. Brad. Woo! This is good. Good stuff. Wow, what a weekend, huh? Was that something? The weekend. I don't know. You could have been doing anything. You could have been doing anything this weekend, and I would still say, is that something? It's always something. But we have World Series teams now. I saw that it's the Rays and the Dodgers, which I was hoping for other teams. I like the Rays. They're pretty good. I don't follow them too much, but it's exciting. And I kind of wanted the Braves, but the Dodgers are there, and there's a lot of familiar teams, players, and I like the guy with the big orange beard. He's pretty exciting to watch. I forgot all their names. I haven't been watching the playoffs as closely since the Sox and Cubs are out of it, and I lost interest and moved on and started drawing more. Started doing more live shows. Let's swing to baseball. All right. And this weekend, it seems like all I did was paint. I painted the background here, the red. I'm working on a background that's going to be the background for my show, my backdrop, because every time I move my camera around or something, or I do a different type of show, I have to come back and readjust my easels so they line up to the camera. But if I paint this one giant painting, it's a canvas that's about 3 by 5. It's about 3 by 5, and it's really large, and it works. And I'm going to keep adding to it. I have a sketch of it. I'm going to show you the sketch. It's right here. Here's a sketch of the painting. Actually, sometimes I do these little sketches. There's the background's all red with splotches, with splatters, but that's not all. It's going to have clouds, like some kind of clouds. These are going to be blue, and there's some energy coming through here, like some space energy. And there's a planet over here, and there's a planet over here or so, and there's a rocket ship blasting right through all of this energy and mass, and this is going to be really fun. It's going to be real colorful, and it's going to be my backdrop. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call it, but it's going to be the Famous Cartoonist Does Things backdrop. It's going to be fun. So every week I think I'm going to show you the little more progress, but as you can see, over here is the flash painting I drew on Saturday. So I could do something like this so you could see the flash a little more. Maybe. Or I could do like this. I kind of like myself up there though. I like this. Oh man, the coffee is so good. I just kind of got going a few minutes ago, and I skipped the coffee at first, but now this is my first cup, and it's fresh, it's piping, it tastes so good. I'm gonna swig. Oh man, let's see what you guys are saying. D. Brad saying good morning. Good morning, D. Brad. Jose Fuentes is here. Morning, Jose. D. Brad, I will be here for the full broadcast. Wow. Are you off to school today? Or not mowing lawns? Or maybe you're on lunch? I don't know. The paintings are fun to see in the back. Thanks, man. I like painting them. I painted all day on Saturday because my daughter was having a party, so I was trapped. Well, not trapped. I stayed out of her way. I was in the basement in my art studio painting all day. So after my show, I continued and I painted a few things. Here, I painted this too. I painted this background. See, I'm painting backgrounds first. I painted a background. That's gonna be next week's show. That painting's gonna be Uncle Creepy. He's like the talk show, game show host of Creepy Magazine, kind of like the Crypt Keeper a little bit. So he's gonna be on there, and that's gonna be fun because I'm looking forward to painting him. It's gonna be a profile of him kind of cackling, like his profile, but you see his eye looking at you. It's gonna be cool. And I drew him once before for a Dark Horse comic, so that's one of my credits in Dark Horse, where it's kind of fun that in Dark Horse comics they liked me there, so I was a little bit of I had a lot of hidden little pinups and things, and I had a pinup in Uncle Creepy. I think it was Uncle Creepy #1. I'm not sure what number it was, but it was like a thick book. It was like an 80-page or 60-page book. And I had a pinup in there. It was pretty cool. But my first Dark Horse piece ever was a Conan the Barbarian piece. And I drew a Conan pinup. And the coolest part about it is, like, it was my first piece ever with Dark Horse. And Dark Horse asked me if I would like to contribute to their Conan book. I'm like, yes. So, and it was my first attempt at drawing a superhero rather than a cartoony character. So I took advantage, and when I drew the Conan, I gave him the Mego weapons. I drew him like the Mego figure. He was snarling, and he had the axe and the sword. It was pretty cool. Swig for working on barbarians. So that was my first Dark Horse piece in my kind of mid-range. I did the Uncle Creepy piece while I was doing Itty Bitty Hellboy. So it was pretty fun. Uncle Creepy is really cool to do. He's like the Crypt Keeper from that HBO show, Creepsville. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what you guys are saying now. My cousin Jenny's here. The Flash came out awesome. My husband watched the replay of your show, and he loves it. Oh, thank you, Jenny. You are awesome. D. Brad saying, Monday I work from home, so I'll be on my computer working. My kids are on their computers right now, and they hate it. They're very frustrated. They'd rather go to school, but this is the way things are currently. Bobby says, hey, Bobby, what's happening? You need the penguin smoking thing when you paint. You need the penguin smoking thing. I'm going to go with yes. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but I will figure it out. I'm sure it's a funny reference of some sort. D. Brad says, Uncle Creepy painting could be your Halloween special. Ooh, that would be cool. It's next week. I actually have a Zoom call next week also. So my show might be delayed a bit. But I think my Zoom call is like at 10 a.m., which is bad for the famous cartoonist. But lately I've been doing morning. But today I did morning, but it was late morning. So I'm still recovering because my daughter had parties on Friday night, Saturday night, and yesterday was recovery day. Like she's only 14, so it's just her not sleeping. She's going to bed at 3 a.m. and I have to drive all the kids home. So I'm driving all the kids home by 1:30. Permission from their parents, of course. But they know they're safe with me. Famous cartoonist. That cool guy who lives down the block. But I have to drive them all home. And by the time I get home, it's like 2 in the morning. And on Friday night, we stopped and I was so starving, so hungry. I was like, kind of like the hunger that gets you shaky. So I got some White Castles. And they were so good, man, at 2:30 in the morning. But then we didn't go to bed till about 5 on Friday. And then on Saturday, I watched boxing. After all the partying, taking girls home for 2 days in a row, I watched boxing, and I went to bed on Saturday night at like 5:30 in the morning. It was nuts. The sun was coming up, and I'm just laying down. But if you guys are boxing fans, I recommend that Lomachenko versus Lopez fight on Saturday was so good. It was pay-per-view quality, but it's on regular ESPN. If you have ESPN, you can watch it. And next month, they're going to have Terrence Crawford. Bud Crawford's going to fight another pay-per-view style, but it's on ESPN, which, man, I just love boxing. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a pay-per-view for me to enjoy, but I do enjoy them. But when I watch them alone, it's weird. It's not weird. I enjoy it, but I feel like, man, $100 to watch this by myself, so I don't always get the fights. Or I'll go to Wild Wings place and sit there and watch them. But in these trying times, you can't do that. In these trying times, it's a little trying. There's do or do not at Buffalo Wild Wings. Do not try to eat the wings. But I had the wings and watched the show, watched the boxing. So last time I saw Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, and that was really cool. Sweet. The first time I spoke today, for the day, I didn't talk to anybody. I nodded, and the kids were on their screens. First time I talked today was on the show. So you're getting my voice fresh. It's like opening a can of soda. You're getting all of that from the beginning to the end. Swig for Speedy Gonzalez. Can you swig from the swig mug? Swigging it. As you can see, we're still in HD. We're still in 1080p HD. Now my trial will expire in about 5 more days. I think I'm going to upgrade to this. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. Bobby, he's a big fan. Bring back Patrick. Guess what, Bobby? I announced it on my last show. Patrick is coming back. Patrick will come back in the pages of All Yeah Comics. I think starting with All Yeah Comics number 15, he's going to be, the comics are digital first, but after digital, we're going to print. For C2E2 this year, I believe it's in March or April. Hopefully, that's the plan. That there'll be March or April, there'll be Patch the Wolf Boy, or March or April, there'll be C2E2, and at C2E2, we'll have printed books. I'm going to have issue 13 of All Yeah Comics and issue 14 of All Yeah Comics, and shortly after, issue 15 of All Yeah Comics. And Wolf Boy is in one of those. Let's see, I forget which book he's in. It's either in 15 or 14 or 15. I think I have it right here. See. I'm not sure. He's in either 14 or 15, but Wolf Boy is going to enter the All Yeah universe and meet Action Cat, meet Cornelius, and go to All Yeah Comics, and his family and him just moved to the neighborhood. So Patrick the Wolf Boy is coming back. He's not getting his own series yet, but he's going to be in the pages of Aya Comics. That Aya Comics is really fun, and we need to keep it going. So all the money I make off of eBay or Threadless t-shirts or my website or all of these online things that I have in the description, all the links to go to places you can buy stuff. So all the money I'm making from there is all going to printing comics. And that's true. I've been doing really well so far, and I have a lot of money saved to print at least one book thus far. But I have to finish these books. But in the meantime, I have to finish Big Alien Moon Crush and Drew and Jot #2. But they're doing really well. I'm progressing nicely. Swig for progressiveness. It's weird when I turn my volume down, I feel like I'm turning my voice down, so maybe that's why I'm shouting more. Well, you can still hear the music? Or can you hear my my heater? Is this cold? It's cold in the house. John Patrick's here. What's up, cousin? What's up, John Patrick? You're a good man? Oh, look at this. See? You handsome bastard, you. I know, right? Doesn't it look good? I called my face it. Doesn't it look good? I try real hard, you know. I manicure, I shave, shower, and all that stuff. And I just can't escape to George Clooney. You know, when we put on Ocean's 11, my wife says, "Oh, you're doing a live show today?" And I said, "No, honey, that's the movie. That's Ocean's 11 with George Clooney." You know, so it's kind of funny. But thank you, John Patrick. My cousin, you just became my favorite cousin. Troy Younger says, "I'll watch boxing on the local Spanish language station." I catch Premier Football that way too. Football. Yeah, man, it's fun. I do see boxing in Spanish sometimes. And it's cool because you can hear the English announcers and the Spanish announcers. It's like they're stream sniping or swiping it. They're just like, "Oh, we got that. Let's broadcast it, but talk about it." It's almost like a movie with commentary. You can hear the movie, but the commentary is louder. Swig for commentary. Oh yeah, man. Everything gets a chance. Everything gets a swig. Oh yeah. Let's see what Jenny's saying. Can't wait to see your freestyle portraits. Thanks, Jenny. You are awesome. I'm going to do some portraits. What kind of freestyle portraits should I do? But yeah, man, I got the painting bug. I've been painting a lot of things. I got a lot of canvases to cover, and I just sold 2 more, which is cool. So the next schedule of paintings is Uncle Creepy. Then I'm painting an Ant-Man on Captain America's shield. Then I'm painting Beast Boy and Raven on one. And that'll be a fun one too. So far, that's what I got. But I'm planning on, what was I planning? Oh, I'm going to do a Skeletor. And I want to do who's the other guy who looks like a skull? There's another skull. Oh, Ghost Rider. I want to paint those 2 guys because I have a design in my head for Skeletor. And I think the colors on Skeletor will look really cool. Especially the blue and the purple on his body would pop out against like a greenish background, like a dark green background with Castle Grayskull on the background with the glowing yellow eyes or something. That'd be really fun. So that's what I'm going to do there. That's probably those are the ones that I'm going to do that are not on the schedule. I'm just going to paint the paint. But the thing about painting, painting the paint, and normally I paint like a 3-hour show. But on Saturday I painted it feels like about 10 hours. And then in the middle of the painting, I actually ordered a pizza. Well, for the kids, or for their party. They're having a Halloween party. And then I ordered a pizza for myself and my wife. And I have this table downstairs here in my studio that's a tall table. It's a like a bar stool table. You can either sit on it, stand on it and lean, or sit with a stool. But that's really cool because it's like a round table. And so the pizza fits perfect on there. And we ate standing up, and it was pretty cool. I felt like I was at a fancy party, like I was mingling. I was mingling rather than having dinner. And me and my wife were kind of on a date for about 10 minutes. It was pretty good. And then we had to leave. I had to go pick up people or do things, but we did all right. Then I went back to painting. But in between that pizza and painting, I must have been painting for about 10 hours. And my body feels it. I'm still sore. I feel like I ran a few miles. Like every piece of my body hurts. Well, some are still okay, but lots of them hurt. And it's so weird that where they hurt is like in the joints, like on the outside of my elbows, armpits, all kinds of weird places hurt. Because when I paint, I go all in like a martial artist. I move my whole body, paint, especially with this giant canvas. I threw a lot of paint. I was all Jackson Pollock down here. I was all Jackson Pollocky and Picasso-y and Salvador Dali. Swig for all those artists. Not so much Dali. He's more of a surrealist. But Pablo Picasso was a big influence. Picasso was a big influence. Rembrandt was a big influence. So when I went to school, when I started college, they said to pick 3 artists that you admire, and it was a modern master, it was a classic master, and somebody current. I think that was it. So I picked Rembrandt for my classic. Picasso was my modern, and I believe that my modern was or my current was Arthur Adams. No, it was Drew Struzan. Drew Struzan was the current. But I remember being torn between comic book artists. Which one should I pick? Swig for Jackson Pollock. That's what Troy just said. See? Swig for Jackson Pollock. And it's weird because Jackson Pollock had such a way of painting that people think, oh, anyone can do that. But then when you try it, just technique-wise, it's fun to do. But what he did, like he layered, like everything he did on that painting was all splattered. It filled the room up. Because I see videos of guys hanging like a paint can to a string and just let the thing float and then it paints. But I like going in there, and every splash I do is intentional. I know I'm trying to put it in a certain direction. But that's what Pollock did. But what he did was he layered those splashes so much that you would see all the colors on top of each other. And it was just so good. It was like he was creating chaos, but creating space and depth. As you look at it more and more, you see all the layers of paint. And it's so cool to see these paintings. If you see them for real, like a real painting from a real classic artist, that's when you understand it. When you see it in a magazine, it doesn't quite do it. Or you see the movie and all that. But when you go to the museum and look at these things, man, that's when you see it. That's when you see the energy. You feel it. You feel the heart and soul. You feel the meaning behind it. You feel the paint. And I love looking at Van Gogh's work at the I love seeing Van Gogh's work at the Art Institute of Chicago. I stay in that room, man. I could be in that room for an hour and just only look at like 3 paintings. And it feels like it captures me. I feel emotion. And so I discovered it when I was in college. We went there. We would go to the Art Institute, like every semester I'd go there with my art class. We would just go there. Like it was free to students on Tuesdays or something. So we would walk over. It's only like 2 blocks from the college. And we'd walk in there, man, and I'd get captured by that Van Gogh exhibit. That was my favorite part. I just stand there and look at it. I would look at his painting of a chair and just be blown away, amazed by it. And a lot of times the teacher had to come get me. Come on, Art, we're ready. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So we're moving on. But that was pretty cool. I liked all of that. Sweet. See you guys. Dan Wisniewski, I've noticed a change in your painting style from paintings that I have of yours of 2009 to 2020. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I do have a little bit of change in my style. I'm getting more messy. I'm trying not to be so tight and precise with the paintings. I'm trying to be faster because I believe, like when I do faster, especially when I'm painting on the video, I paint faster. And I learned that from when I went on stage with Tim Seeley and Jose Garibaldi. I think Mahfoud was there. I'm not sure if he was there. I can't remember because I didn't know what he looked like when I met him. And I remember later when I met him, I said, oh, this is him. Like, oh, I didn't know. I think we met before. So it was weird. And we were on stage at the House of Blues. And was the House of Blues or Smart Bar? One of those. It was where the Smashing Pumpkins played. I know the Smashing Pumpkins played there, and this band called Catherine, and the other band, Veruca, because I know I saw them there. And then years later, I'm painting on the same stage. So, like, that was so cool. I think it was a Smart Bar. I think it's called that. So, when we were on that stage, there was all kinds of hip-hop guys around us singing, rapping, and it was a DJ, wicka, 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 that kind of DJ. And the rappers will come out, and I realized that every rap song starts out with, yo, 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 Chicago. They all start that way. So, we're painting, but our backs are towards the audience, but the paintings are forward. You know, they could see us painting. As their guys are rapping and playing music and being awesome, and the crowd is building, we have to paint. I can't just let it dry. I can't just paint a little bit, wait, I got to keep going. So I was painting these paintings as they were wet, and they came out really cool, and the paint blends into each other, and you just can't let it, the perfection, you got to take it out of your head. And so you just paint to paint, and if a color touches, you just got to rinse the brush and keep going and try not to blend it. But you got to remember, like, what colors, like when I paint the background, and then I try to go light to dark, because if you go dark to light, the dark, once you put a light and it's not dry, it'll blend in with the lighter colors, especially if you have black or dark purple or something. Certain colors will make your painting look weird, like make it look ill. Not like illin, like those Beastie Boys, not like that illin, but like sick, like not like sick, yo, that's sick, but like I'm not feeling well. That's the kind of color. Green does that, and maybe blue will do that. So I like to go light to dark, and I like to splatter. Splatter's real fun, and I like to get messy. Unfortunately, when I get messy, a few splash on my Migos. I have 3 Migos that were compromised. And people will get mad, but luckily they're not vintage. They're the more retro new ones. And I got one custom. Carnage has a splash of yellow paint on his leg, just a dot. And the Joker has a white dot on his leg. And there's one guy, Guy Gardner. So I got to fix these things. I could go in with paint and paint over it, but I didn't notice it until after I was done. And I wanted to see, hopefully I didn't get any, because when I'm painting, the thing too is like, I was so, years ago, I've been painting all my life, like, seems like it. When in college, I had a lot of painting courses, a lot of illustration. I didn't have any computer courses. It was always painting. It was always freestyle painting. It was always, I did cartooning. I would be real loose. And I think painting and cartooning helped each other, help both things be real loose and try to be free, and my arms and everything would be free. And I learned how to paint standing up. So I would paint standing up, kind of like a sword fighter, or like I said, like Bruce Lee karate. Like I use my whole body when I paint, because I paint on easels. But when I'm painting on a floor splashing paint, my paint's going all over the place, and I'm actually building up sweat. So it's like exercise. It's kind of cool, and it releases energy. It's really awesome. And I know that if you need to release energy, instead of kicking the dog or beating up, yelling at the kids or something, or you could go outside and scream, squash calls. I do that now and then. But a good release is to just splash paint all over the place. But you're going to get paint on stuff. You're going to get paint on your walls. I had to scratch paint off my computer screen a few times. I get paint on my phone. Well, it came off already. It doesn't quite stick, but I had red paint on my screen. I had to scratch it off. So there will be compromised. Things will get touched with paint. So I think my painting style, this is a long explanation for a question, but I think my painting style is evolving because I'm getting a lot looser and freer with the way I apply the paint, especially now that I have a live show. And I always feel that if people are watching me more than 2 hours, they're going to get bored. So I'd like to finish painting in 3 hours. And normally I do. And a lot of them about 2 hour mark, I'm getting pretty close. And then normally I would work on several paintings at once. But for the live shows, I do one. But as you can see, I did this painting, the background for this one. This is Uncle Creepy. I did the background over the weekend because then when I go paint on a live show, you see the good stuff. The backgrounds always take a while, and if you can see, they take longer to dry, and I got to get a hair dryer and everything. Oh, and I offered to buy my wife a new hair dryer. She said no. She doesn't want it. She likes that one. She said, I'll buy you a hair dryer. So like, okay. She's going to find me one at the thrift store, she said. Because all I need is the air. I don't really need it to be really good. I need the air. So she's going to give me one for like $2, which is better. I'll just let it. I don't use it too often, but I do. When I do it, I do, But yeah, man, I feel good about the painting. One day, I always thought that one day I could just paint all day, and that's it. That's all I'd have to do. And if that day comes where I could just paint, that is the ultimate dream. I don't know if I'm a painter first, or I'm a cartoonist first. But making comic books is cool, but my favorite love of all of the art medium is creating characters, drawing little doodles, creating characters, and then probably the next thing is painting those characters on big pieces. I love to paint big pieces. I love to get paint on myself. I love to wear costumes. I love dressing up. So there's a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, man. Thanks for that question. That was cool. Sweet for painting. Let's see. You said that? Noticed? Yep. Troy Younger said, I like to think that Pollock has choreography. It's like he's dancing. Yeah. He's having a good time painting those things, man. And you know that he's thinking, I need some red. And he puts red on it. I need blue. I need blue. And you look at those paintings, and they're just so good. And it's hard to mimic it, because anyone who tries to mimic looks like they're copying. Unless you use the technique in your painting, but don't paint the whole painting like him. Like I'll use a technique, splatter paint. I don't know if he invented that. Probably, right? But he made it a master. He mastered that. But I know there's been many since. And I know splatter technique is always a thing, because even when inking, comic book inking, there's splatter, black paint, and then there's white paint on top of the black to make it look like sometimes smoldering flames and fire. It's cool, man. I just love to see. I'm getting excited. But I got deadlines today. Art dances on his live shows. Yeah, he does. I do. And you know what? When I do those movements and painting and dancing, that's just me doing it, not realizing that don't dance for the people, but I just do it, you know. It's kind of fun. All the movements you see is me doing it. Even if the camera was on or not, I'd be acting that way. Sweet. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Jenny says, I feel that the imperfections make things perfect. Yeah, it's accidental perfections, incidental accidents. You know, it's all a big deal. Painting should look like paint. And I've seen guys paint realistic, like photorealistic. I saw guys pencil, you draw an egg on a white background, and you can't tell if it's a drawing. It looks like there's an egg on a white piece of paper where you want to pick it up. I saw guys draw a human skeleton like a bone. We had to draw things in college. We had to do that. We had to draw a white thing on a white background or something black on a black background. And it's always a challenge to do white on a white background because it's all about the shading. But there was guys in the class who would draw. We had bones. We had like bones. I don't know, animal bones or just bones, like a femur. So we would have to draw the bone on a white piece of paper. We'd put it on a background. We'd all sit there and draw it. And so some of the artists in the class, it was so realistic, so photorealistic, that I was thinking in my head, wow, I'm impressed with that. How did you do that? That's so cool. But why wouldn't you just take a photo? If I took a photo, it would look better than your drawing because it was more real. But so that's why I always say the technique should look like the technique. Paint should look like paint. Charcoal should look like charcoal. So when you paint, you should see the accidents. You should see the splashes. And I think that would be really cool. Andrew Clark says, maybe plexiglass in front of the Migos to protect them. Yeah, maybe. I got the classic ones, my vintage ones up higher. And they don't get to paint on them usually. But usually. I got one vintage Aquaman that got paint on them. And I got one vintage Green Goblin that got paint on them. And I'm like, oh, those hurt. But the Green Goblin, I just moved his satchel over to cover the paint. It's just a real little speck. But yeah, I don't think of it, but I got to do that. I got to protect my Migos. But you know what? In the years to come, when I am gone and my paintings live on and my Migos outlive me, people are going to say, why is this Aquaman have a blue spot of paint on him? And they're going to say, that was from the art studio of the famous cartoonist, Art BALTAZAR, not George Clooney, but from Electric Milk Studios. And they're going to say, I'll take it because there's a moment, there's a history on there. It's been part of my life. That's how I think. That's kind of what I think about. Deep Brad said, for your paintings, do you do a small sketch first? Yeah, usually. I do a little tiny thumbnail. Like here's my Yoda sketch I did. And R2D2. These were, and I just did the Hulk recently for a guy. But these pieces were on eBay. They are on eBay. I think they might have sold. But I like to do like sketches because it gives me a sense of where I'm going. And this red one back here is this. I showed earlier. This is the sketch that's gonna be on the red painting behind me. It's like a space sketch with energy. It's gonna be a lot more vibrant and energy, like musical. It's gonna be bouncing. I want this thing to be vibrating when you look at it. You're not gonna know where to look first. And this one's gonna be real fun. And I love making sketches that are full of energy and movement because I like to paint with music. So when I'm painting without the camera on, man, I'm rocking down here. I'm got all kinds of music on here. Of course, I got Vinx. I got Red Hot Chili Peppers. I love that Presidents of the United States of America. I love those guys. I listen to New Order. I listen to U2. I listen to anything that's bouncy. Anything that's good. Like I got a whole bunch of songs. I love Lake Street Dive. I just listen to everything on shuffle, so it's all a different song. But I got iTunes, and I have about 5 days of music with no repeats. So I could play this music for like 5 days and keep going. It's pretty cool. I like it. So let me see you guys are saying. Kevin Bixby's here. Oh, yeah, man. How's it going this fine Monday? Today's okay. I'm tired today. I need more sleep, but the show must go on. Life must go on. I got deadlines to do. I have to draw the Flash today. I was drawing a Flash book yesterday, but I got tired. I got sleepy. J Hood Creative. Oh, yeah. Pedigree Migos. Yeah. That's right. Migos are part of history now. Swig for Migos. Peaches. I like peaches. Millions of peaches. Peaches for free. What will you paint the backdrop on? Oh, the backdrop's right here. Where is it? This is a giant canvas. This is the backdrop. It's a 3x5 canvas. It's really large. And I'm going to paint on there. And it's going to be fabulous. And that I'm going to upgrade that every time I do a painting show. I'm going to upgrade that, and you'll see the progress of that as I work on here. Once I get the Flash in the mail, this spot will be free, and I'll be able to shuffle this canvas to cover the whole area right here. It's big enough to cover, so I don't need 2 paintings for a backdrop. It's going to be awesome. Julian Lopez says, oh, yeah, with a muscle. Yeah. Bixby says, no more sleep. It's all that Harold's. I know, man. Harold's makes me dream weird. But I did it. I had Harold's yesterday. My kids wanted Harold's. That's what, when you go to Harold's, you have to invest about 2 hours of your time. There's no way you can go there and come back on time. You can't go there unless people say, when are you going to be hungry? I'm going to be hungry in 3 hours. They'll say, okay, let me go now. And so I left about 5:30. I got home at about 7:15. And, but I got my food first. There is a way. Kevin Bixby knows this. I ordered and I tipped. I gave them $10 tip. And you got to make sure they show them. You got to say, and this is for you guys. And put it in there. And I ordered food after 2 people, and I got my food before those 2 people. And I know when they called me, and I got up from drawing because I bring my sketchbook. I should have did a live show, but sometimes I get nervous if I do a live show. I feel people are going to come show up and want to eat with me, but I got to leave. I don't know. But I should have did a live show. I will one day. And so maybe I'll bring a live show with Bixby with me. And then I got my food, and as I got my food, I saw when they called me, I got up, I saw the people look at me with that look like, hey, we were here before him. But that's the key, man. You got to tip. I don't know why that's a thing. It doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem nice, but it is what they do. You know what I'm going to do now? I was only going to talk for half an hour and then draw. But instead I talked for 43 minutes. And now I'm going to draw. Sweet. I'm going to color. So I'm not even going to draw. I'm going to color. I'm going to color some pages. And it's going to begin now. Oh, yeah. I forgot to screen share. How do you like that? We're going to do this. I'm going to show you that again just so we can make this seamless. Because now I said I'm going to draw now. It's not there. Oh, yeah, there it is. The transition was made second attempt. That's what happens on these live shows. You have a live show, and that's just what happens. It's what happens. That's the word. Swat. It's what happens. This is a page. This is a finished page right here of Big Alien Moon Crush. It's from the chapter called Parallels. As you can see, the pink planet here is getting bombed, destroyed. And these guys are about to kill each other, but now their planet's getting bombed. Meanwhile, on the green planet, the same thing is happening. So you can see it all together. Bam, 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 bam. And then also, the pink planet, the tower is crumbling. And on a green planet, their tower is crumbling. It's war, folks. Now here's a page I have to finish coloring. But they're getting bombed too. Bam! Bam! So I'm going to probably color this one. Let's see what else I got. Here's another page. I got to add some to this. We're going to color some lines. Should we do lines? I could do this one. This one looks pretty good. Let's grab some coloring from this guy. Oh, it's not working. Wrong layer. There we go. This is Vera. She's pining for her love. Is that what they call it? Pining? She's pining for her love. She's in love with the enemy. The enemy, I tell you, you're not allowed to love that. It's forbidden. Forbidden love. Sometimes forbidden love is the best kind. When you're not supposed to be there, but you go anyway. I'm going, man. Swig! I need a swig! Well, I'm going to look at your comments. I turned them off accidentally. I got to make sure you guys are watching. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Look at, I'm going to add some. I'm going to add the sun behind here. Let's see what this looks like. It's a layer behind a layer. This might be a long show today. Should we do that? The long show for Monday morning long show. So I'm feeling good. That looks pretty good. I'm going to do it. So I normally make a transition from white to yellow, but since I have white on here, I'd like to keep that and I like to have it show. So now my transition is from light yellow to regular yellow. Regular yellow. That's the name it says too, regular yellow. Oh yeah, it looks cool. There's two suns, and yes, that's a shout out to Star Wars right there. Tatooine, always looking to the stars, are you? Yeah, look how that looks. That's cool. This page is looking awesome. I'm going to add some texture. I have these textures that I save. Say I invent stuff. I don't know if I created it, but I did invent it. I invented and perfected. I didn't invent making textures. I just made it cool. But I invent stuff so I could use it. So I have all these backgrounds. These are all my background textures. And this pink one here is, I created it for Gilbert. It's like coral. It's like coral. It's the background for a lot of my coral in Gilbert, but it's also the background of this planet. So see, it goes really cool. It goes on here, and then I can put it in place for the color of this mountain. See? And then it's color of the inside of her castle, bedroom, wherever she is. Their home. Home, this is. My home, this is. It's like that. You don't know I can do impressions. That was my Yoda impression. I also have an Ernie impression. You want to hear my Ernie and Bert? I have an Ernie. Ready? Hey, Bert. Thank you very much. I also have a Kermit the Frog impression. You ready? Hey, Piggy. There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. I also have an Elvis impersonation. Ready? Thank you very much. There you go. All right. They're really quick, but they're quick yet effective. Thank you very much. I'm using my glasses as they're intended to, as bifocals. I have these new old guy glasses now, which I am embracing. But I realized they had a little bit getting used to because it felt like I was drowning underwater or like the world was spinning. But I realized to use the glasses properly, I need to tilt my head. And now that I know how to do the head tilt, you know, I learned from watching George Clooney. He does head tilts. So if I act like more and more like George Clooney, I can see better with my glasses because I have a head tilt going on. It's true. The head tilt is key. Except for when I paint. When I paint, it's large enough. But these drawings are closer to my face, which my eyesight got really good, really strong because I only draw like a foot or so in front of my face, a few inches, like 10 inches away. But also, my super close vision needs the bifocals, but it's working. But the bifocals look cool on me because people say, you're such a nerd. And I can say, oh yeah, I'm the president of the nerds. That's how cool I am. If you're going to be a nerd, you're going to go all the way. I taught my kids that when they were getting bullied. Whatever they tease you, say you're the president of that. And then the bullies will be confused and they're like, what do you mean? He just made fun of himself. It's true. It's like, I remember that in that movie where Steve Martin had a real long nose. I forgot what the movie was called. But I remember that now. He had a real long nose and everyone teased him over his nose. And then he told them all the jokes that before they could think of them. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's kind of how you beat the bullies. You just tell them the jokes before they could start. And they're like, yeah, that's funny. Then they wonder, why are you making fun of yourself? Because I don't care, man. Because I can. Because I know what you're going to say. So look at that guy. He looks just like George Clooney. I'm like, yep. Heard that one before. Look at that. Look at that background. I'm going to add some. I figure I got about 28 pages of this story left to do. If I do 2 a day, I could be done in like less than 2 weeks or so. You know? Oh, that's the wrong color. That's the wrong green. So I really want to finish this so I can finish other things. I think I'll do it. I think I'm doing it. That's a good song. That's a good beat that Gordon Baltazar got there. All right, look at that. This page is about done. Now I need some shadows. It's gonna look even better. Even better. And I'm gonna label this one called Shadow. Shadow. Now I'm gonna go in here and choose a dark color. Just right there. Now watch this. I'm gonna go in here and do it like this. All right. Let's go up here too. Now I'm going to adjust this. See how it's dark? But I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to make it like a 50%. Oh, look at that. Maybe 30. What that, 30? I like it, I like it. I think I'm going to do 20. Let's see. Yeah, 20% is good. 20% looks good. I'm going to go in here and erase some of this because it's touching. It's on another surface. Look at that. What do you guys think? Yeah, yeah. Big alien moon crush. There's kissing in this book. There's romance. There's war. There's violence. There's fornication. There's touching, caressing. There's reproducing. All the stuff that should be in a kid's book. Make sure I get all these dots. Sometimes I got dots. And with the glasses, my screen is super clear, man. I can see the pixels now. Let's see, are there dots? Are there dots to be had? I don't see any. Sometimes I got those little dots. Empty dots that are left. We'll see. I don't like them on the characters. There's one right there. I like that. On the characters is where it counts for me. So I want their faces to look nice all the time, and the characters, because that's what everyone's looking at. The rest of the background usually has a 3-second viewing lifespan. Most things are viewed in comics for about 3 seconds. But if you can get it, you can get them to look at your piece for more than that. That's an accomplishment. Most of the time, a panel's 3 seconds. So how long does it take to understand that? Boom. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See, it's so fast. Save. This is gonna go. Oh, this one's done. Let's do a save as, so I know that I can put it in a TIFF format later. When I save them JPEG so I could scroll through and see, you know, what the I could see that it's finished. Okay, that one's done. Finish the page. I could draw this one too. Should I color this? Maybe I should do this other one. Let's complete. Yeah, let's complete this guy. So you got the background in there. But I'm gonna put this gray, stony gray surface in the background here. See, look at that. He's getting crumbled on. He's in jail, so how's he gonna escape? He can't escape justice. He's a prisoner of war. So it's not really justice. Just can't escape. Can't escape in this time, Nix. All right. Now we're gonna put a shadow. There's also a shadow here. We're gonna do it. Let's see. Oh, something's happening. Oh, it's behind. Oh, there it is. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, I needed that. Let's see. This is the tricky part. See, there's a shadow, but I'm adding shadows to a lot of these things. You guys digging this so far? We okay? The good thing about it is I'm not hungry, so I'm going to keep going. And this will be, if I finish these two, that's actually my 2-page quota. I'm going to keep drawing, but if I don't, I'm still good, you know? That sounds like a name of a character, 2-page quota. If you go to Harold's, it's a 6-wing quota. That's what I always get, 6 wings. The strips are very popular in my house right now. People dig the strips. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. This could probably be darker this time. Let's go 25%. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's a little better. Add some more drama to this guy. Drama for your mama. See this guy. Yeah, that's cool. This one's gonna be fun. A lot of cool. It's gonna be a lot of cool texture on this page. A lot of cool shadows that could happen. I think a lot of my drawings now are becoming a lot like my paintings were. I'm not so worried about the perfections. It's kind of cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, we know what you mean, Baltazar. Shut up and draw. It's like, all right. There's a lot to be done on this. This is why I didn't choose this page at first, because I thought you guys would be bored with it, but I want to get it done. It will not be boring. It will be awesome. Seems like the more and more I get into this comic, this story, Big Alien Moon Crush, the more details the pages get with coloring. So hopefully it's all looks at least consistent throughout. And if it doesn't, you know, what are you gonna do? We know what you should do, Baltazar. Why don't you do it? I know, I know. All you do is paint and play with Migos all the time. Get some work done, Baltazar. I'm going to go with a bigger brush. Look at this. Number 45. These shadows are cool. Look at it. Look how much they add. Just look. See, they add a little bit of, sets back a little bit of the dynamic. Makes it dynamic. It's kind of drawing color on the color. I have to draw the Flash today, too. I was going to do that live, but it takes concentration. I have to read the script a little bit. I have to read as I draw, like it has direction. I don't know if that would be cool to live stream that. But also, I don't know if Warner Brothers would appreciate it, that I'm reading the story on live. I'm giving away their story. So that's, henceforth, I like to draw things that I own. It's kind of like the same thing as music. If you play your own music, you can't get in trouble. If you play someone else's music, you might alarm some people. So that's why I'm kind of like saving the Flash stuff for my work day. So I want to finish the book. I started it yesterday, and I want to finish. I'm going to finish. It will be glorious. Save. I'm going to see what you guys are saying. I see a lot of comments. So let's see, let's see. Whoa, a whole bunch. Let's see. Jay Hood says, I'm here photoshopping as so long as you're photoshopping. Yeah, man, there's no wrong way to Photoshop. Got to keep doing what you're doing. Andrew Clark says, never his mind on where he was, what he was doing. Right. Always looking to the future, this kid. Oh, Roxanne is the film with the long nose. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that scene where the guys are making fun of him. It's a good scene. If you could do that to someone who's bothering you, just hit them off at the pass with all of the stuff that they're going to think about you. It's pretty cool. How many pages will this book be? Big Alien Moon Crush is an 80-page graphic novel. 80-page solid book. It's pretty awesome. I really like it. And it's a one-shot. Because I don't know if I have a part 2. I don't really have a part 2. But these characters will live on in the Oh Yeah Comics universe because they're an alien species. So there might be another species of these type of characters. Character might show up. For instance, we actually do see this green alien is in the end of Meteorite. He's part of the crystal core. It's kind of cool. So you do see some of the aliens again, but not these particular characters. Sounds like adult themes. Yeah. Oh, you mean my comic? Yeah. There's themes in this book that should never be touched by a child. Psychologist would say you got to take that out. But like, no, it's subtle. You could have my big thing is I want kids to feel emotion in the book. I want them to feel like, well, that's not right. Well, that guy's mean. Should I be sad now? I want that to happen in a kid's book. That's a powerful book. Like when Bambi's mom died, you know? I don't know if that will come across these days because the hunter shot her with a gun and people are sensitive about all that. I don't know if these trying times would allow that movie to happen. Hubba hubba. Yeah, Brad's getting excited. See, there's lots of R-rated subtlety in this book. Weasel's here. Woohoo! I'm a fan of the Weasel. Swing for the Weasel. The Weasel likes his coffee like he likes, you know, in a cup. Julian says, I'm drawing with you. Good, man. Keep drawing. I'm going to draw in a minute here. Just want to see what you guys see. Looking great art. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Let's see. What are all the projects you have on the go now? I'm working on this one, Big Alien Moon Crush. I'm working on Drew and John Book 2, Gilbert Book 4. Those are the ones that have deadlines. And, of course, I have 2 more Super Pet books. Actually, I drew 1. I got 1 more to draw. I turned in my, what was it? I can't remember who. Oh, it was Aquaman and Storm and Black Manta. I just drew that book. And I have to draw the Flash book today. I'm going to try to finish it today, but if not, then I'll finish it half today, half tomorrow. And those are what I have for deadlines. But I'm planning on Oh Yeah Comics 13, Oh Yeah Comics 14 and 15. I got Abraham Linkage. I got Webster the Spider Monkey and Giro Man. Those are all currently, I'm trying to do 1 page of those a day. And Webster the Spider Monkey is finished. I have issue 1 finished, and it's going on Comixology real soon. I submitted it, but they didn't give me a release date. It might be this Wednesday. It might be next week. So I'm doing a lot of things, man. I'm always doing on stuff. So I'm trying to finish up the deadline stuff so I can work on the Oh Yeah Comics and Electric Milk stuff full time. That's where it's going. Do you feel better now that you have non-vampire hours? Yes, I do feel good. I think I defeated the vampire, but the vampire was trying to creep in over the weekend. He tried to creep in today, but I defeated him. I woke up, showered up, refreshed, because now that I have to, now every day I have to wake up and take a hot shower just so I can move my body. It's getting to that point because I'm sore all the time. I just keep doing things. But I'm sore because I paint. But it's good. It's good to be sore because now you know you're using those body parts that you don't normally use. But I need a hot shower every day to limber up. And then I check blood sugar. I got to do all these weird stuff. And then I have coffee, and then I'll take a break, I'll eat, and I got to eat the right things. But that's all the 51-year-old guy talking. But then, I forgot what oh yeah, the vampire tried to creep in yesterday because I've been going to bed at like 3 in the morning every day because of these late night teenage parties and driving people home all day. So I got to stay awake until the party's over. But the last few times, the last party I came up and said, all right, it's 1 o'clock. We're going. And nobody moved. Like, come on, we're going. And they're like, but like, it's time because I'm getting sleepy. And I told the kid, put your shoes on, let's go. And then I did the dad thing and woke in and demanded these kids, put your shoes on, let's go. And they did. And I drove them all home. It was happy. We were laughing in the car. So it was good. But the vampire is being defeated. Slow day slinging tacos. Thought I'd stop by and say, okay, papa. What's up, Mario? You're a good man, sir. Good to see you as always. And we will defeat the vampire together. He tried to creep in yesterday, but I wouldn't let him. So let's get back to some drawing. Do some shadows. And today it's like I'm not gonna worry about the time because I'm gonna keep going. I want to do as much as I possibly can until I cannot. Do as much as you can until you cannot. Whoa! I grabbed a piece by mistake. Still got people watching, which is awesome. I want to thank everyone for watching. Because I know in these trying times and these times where there's other things that need to be done. So even if you don't watch me from start to finish, and and you just tag in here and say, hey, that's cool too. Because after I do this video, it stays on my Facebook and it stays on YouTube. It's streaming on 3 places now. It's on this Facebook channel, wherever you're watching it, but it's also on my Facebook channel, my Facebook fan channel. It's Art Baltazar, Famous Cartoonist channel. It's on the Art Baltazar channel, and last but not least, it may be the most infamous. We have Oh Yeah Comics YouTube channel, which is me and Brother Bear and Franco and Skoke, and we have a YouTube channel on Oh Yeah Comics YouTube, which is for the stores, and everything we're doing, anything Oh Yeah is on there, so it's kind of cool. Henceforth, the streaming, or Oh Yeah podcast streams on there. We do a lot of cool stuff. I'm a fan of all of this, these videos. I'm gonna add some more shadow to this guy. Look at, it pops out now. Just a little bit of pop, see? Just a little bit of pop. I'm erasing the shadow. There's probably a better technique to do this, probably faster. But this is the way I'm doing it. I'm comfortable with this. I'm doing it. Sometimes you just got to go in there and manually do it like you're drawing. I'm erasing the shadow so it just looks a little like it has depth. It's all true. Everything I'm telling you guys is true. Unless I made it up. But even if I make it up, it's still the truth. Right? It's just not the truth for everybody. I guess. Over the weekend, last weekend, not this one, just a week ago, me and my family went, what do you call it, scarecrow, we went to a scarecrow fest. So we walked around and there was antique stores open and people outside selling things. There was a band. But we walked around. We kept our distance though. And we wore our masks. But during that excursion, our little vacation time with the family, we all walked into a antique store, and I found a scarf. Now I had this fuzzy scarf, and somehow it called to me. It said, "Hey, famous cartoonist, you want to buy me? You want to purchase me and wear me on your show?" And I said, "That would be weird. You're a lady's scarf." And they said, "Yeah, but you would look so good with it." So I purchased this scarf, and it looks like a boa. And I'm gonna wear that. I was gonna wear it today, but today wasn't the day. Maybe tomorrow. I thought Monday would be too silly to wear a scarf on a Monday. So maybe I'll break out the scarf tomorrow, I think. What do you guys think? You want to see me wearing a scarf? I'm gonna do it. I gotta pick the right outfit because I tried it today with what I had on and it didn't quite look right. It looked like I was adding a scarf to it to be funny rather than to be stylish. So I need to be stylish. Makes sense, right? Yeah, that's right, Baltazar. You keep doing what you're doing. I bought a scarf and I can't wait to reveal it. I think it's real classy. Look at that. I got to put that line in there. There you go. Fixed it. I fixed it for you. Look at that. Look, watch the shadow now. See, look how it looks. Isn't that cool? It sets him back a little bit. I'm gonna add a little more here. Okay. Looks like he's in a cavern of some sorts. He's in peril. He's in peril with Carol and Daryl and his other brother Daryl. You guys still watching Walking Dead? I haven't seen it. Last time I saw it, Rick got pulled in a helicopter. I haven't really watched it. Well, I saw this season, but it was kind of as my wife pointed out, it's starting to look like, it's starting to feel like the Planet of the Apes TV show. And I'm like, yeah, you're kind of right. It feels like that, like they're just biding time. They're just getting through it now. And I thought that was a pretty accurate description. So I think we lost interest as a family, as a Saturday night or Sunday night viewing time with family. Well, I'll kind of like moved on. So maybe it is time they cancel. I think they are going to cancel it, or it's going to end. It won't cancel, but it will end. Makes sense, right? I just thought about that because I said Daryl and Carol. But I don't know what to say about Walking Dead. It was a very good show, but I think it had its run. Because the same thing happens all the time. And now that if you've seen the end of the comic book, I don't want to spoil, but if you read the end of the comic book, I think it kind of ruined the TV show. Well, it didn't ruin it, but if the end of the TV show is the same as the end of the comic, then there's really no end. There's no end in sight that you could be excited for because of the comic, the way it ended. Makes sense, right? So I kind of like, I think they should just wrap it up. I started watching, I was watching an episode of Fear the Walking Dead, but I just put it on random. I was channel surfing. Can you still channel surf these days? Because you have to actually pick what you want to watch. But I came across The Walking Dead, the other one, the Fear of the Walking Dead, and it had what's his name? The guy with the cane and the stick, Jacob maybe. I forget his name, but it had him on there, and he had a long beard and his eyes were red. I thought that was pretty cool looking. I don't know why his eyes were red. It looks like he's kind of some infected but immune or something. Jeffrey is his name? I forget. Emilio? I don't know. But I thought that was cool. I was watching that and I was interested, but I didn't know what quite was going on, but it felt like to me like if I stumbled across a comic book in the middle of a story and I just started watching. It was pretty cool, I thought. I liked it. Morgan, that's his name, Morgan. Call him Ezekiel. Ezekiel's the other guy, the guy with the tiger. I was reading the comic for a while, but I lost track of that too. You lose track of things. Sometimes life takes over. You got things to do. I wake up, I got to do things. You wake up and do things that make you happy, right? But you also do things that you feel and it's in your heart. When you have to write things on a schedule, that's not a fun thing. When you do things that you do, like, hey, let's go to Harold's, you just do it, spontaneous. You feel that's what you want to do. Let's go see a friend, and you just show up. When you got to schedule stuff, that's kind of weird. That means you're too busy. I'm gonna press save and swig. Save and swig. You guys are saying stuff. I'm gonna read your comments in a bit because some of them are making me laugh. It's weird because time is flying when I do these shows. Like, I just looked up at the time and it feels like I've been drawing for 3 hours. It's only about not even an hour and a half yet. As long as you guys are good, don't find it boring. It's not boring. People are tuning in. There's another piece I accidentally erased at some point. There we go. We're back for more action. That's why sometimes these coloring, it's tedious sometimes. When I color, drew, and jot with lots of crayon and childlike techniques, so when I color it, it looks like it would take it's real fast, but it's sometimes the coloring takes a little bit. Like I said, it's weird that these panels only last 3 seconds when you read them, and all of the effort it takes to draw it and color it. But look how good that looks on. It's like it adds more background. This one will be easier. I just had to clean up the rocks. Stumbling. Man, these glasses work good. When I shift them a certain way, man, this stuff is all crispy. Mix is getting buried with rubble. This page always reminds me of Mike Norton. He likes rubble. Mike Norton likes rocks. He likes rocks and rubble. I have a pig. One of the 3 little pigs' sons. His name is Rubble. What's cracking, y'all? You already know who it is. Your boy Deep Talk, Freight Train Talk, Astro World is manifesting. You understand? I'm the dean of this earth. I got this. He's got this. Can't wait for Gordy's new album. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, it's getting piled on. All right, here's the page that's gonna be cool. So it needs more. I see it. I see it. I see what needs to be done. Right. Let's add some smoke, shall we? Wrong layer, man. There we go. Wrong layer again. Go lighter. Let's do. Oh, he's hurting. Look at him. Look at him hurting. Oh, he's under the rocks. I'm gonna make this a different. I'm gonna make this a different kind of, different shade of smoke. Like that, maybe. I don't like that either. Go down the middle. Drawing on the drawing. I'm drawing the colors on. All right, let's see. Let us see. Let us see. Yeah, look at that. That's better. Pops it a little bit more. I'm all about the pop. So look at it. Oh, he's hurting. Oh. Actually, I want to do something else with this. I already know I'm going to change the color, but I'm going to finish this technique, this texturing. I know what color will work better. I'm going to go with this. Yeah, look at that. Better. Oh, yeah. Let's add some more shadow. Shall we? Doesn't matter, Baltazar. It's a dark, dismal display for this young perpetrator. Forgot you guys were here for a moment. Was getting into it. All right. Now watch this. Watch this instant. Especially here. Background. Boom. Look at that. Oh, that looks cool, man. Some nice color on here now. This page is finished. It will be in a moment. Watch. Oh, look at that. Big Alien Moon Crush. The movie. They're going to make a movie of this. Imagine that. Imagine a Big Alien Moon Crush movie. People say, that's like Romeo and Juliet, but with aliens. I don't think I like that. And then the men are going to say, that was awesome, honey. Let's go on a date. And then they're going to say, so it was a good movie. Not implying that women won't like this. Or it might be the other way around. That was so romantic. And the men will say, I love the way they blew up the planets. Oh, spoiler. A lot of fighting. Look at that. Rumble, rumble, crumble. Rumble, rumble, crumble. Shake, rumble. Ah! Stuff's falling on them. Oh, yeah, that's dramatic, right? We're going to add this. I'm going to save it. This page is finished. This page is finished, my friends. I'm going to save it as a JPEG so I know it's finished. When I look at my pages, I don't have to open it again. That's page 42. I have less than 30 pages left, which is really cool. Should I keep drawing? See, we're going to go for a few hours today. Maybe. Let's see. See what you guys are saying. Kev Bixby saw, oh yeah, warm necks. Oh, because of my scarf. Yeah, my scarf is going to be awesome. It's going to be warm. It's going to be fabulous. Believe me. Oh yeah, FCD. Fear the Walking Dead? Fear the Walking Dead. FC, famous cartoonist draws things. Woohoo! That's what it means. Oh yeah, Wayne, you're a good man, sir. Wayne said Morgan. Yeah, that's right. His name's Morgan. It came to my mind as I was thinking of him. I knew he had a unique name. Troy Younger says, weren't folks disappointed with the end of the comic? Maybe the TV show could give us something more satisfying. Yeah, people were disappointed. And also, they didn't know it was coming because they had solicited past, like 2 issues past, to save the ending, to keep it from being spoiled. But also, I think a lot of the retailers were upset because they could have ordered more copies of the ending. So the last comic is probably going to be worth more money now because less people read it, less people have it. But I read it. I forgot where I read it. I think I might have read it online. I can't remember. But I know how it ends, and I'm satisfied with the ending. But it's an ending, but it's not an ending. But it is an ending. So it's not what I wanted. So maybe as a fan, I'm a bit disappointed. It's kind of like Kylo Ren did not talk to the ghost of Anakin at all, and that's what we wanted. We wanted Darth Vader in there somehow, but he wasn't. Because Kylo should have, he was being torn, Palpatine was in his head, they said, but Anakin should have been in there too. He was a Force ghost at the end. So I don't know. They should have tapped into that and connected it somehow. That would have been great. Wait, let's go to Harold's? I'm on my way. Yeah, man. We'll do a live stream at Harold's. That's my plan one day. Hopefully they won't kick us out for doing that. I know if you do that Chicago, they don't want cameras. But if we do one, just our faces, we'll see. You're keeping me company as I work. Oh, thanks, D-Brad. Yeah, man, you're keeping me company as I work too. So we're mutual. We're like symbiotic. Symbiotic? Symbiotes, like that black costume on Spider-Man. One of us is Venom. I'm not sure. Crispy, like Harold's chicken, sir. Yeah, clean and crisp. D-Brad says, shut up and draw. I'm going to draw some more. I got people watching. I'm going to draw some more. I'm going to color this. I'm going to color this page. Let's see. I got to bring in the colors of the dad. Let's see what else I got here. I can finish up this one. This one's pretty good. Going in order, this is page 44, 45. I just finished page, I think it was page 43. Do some coloring. This is it feels like a long show, but it's only, well, it's an hour. Almost an hour. We'll go for 2 hours. How about that? How about that? I never know where I'm just going to go how I feel. Go how you feel. Go young Padawan. This is your life. Plus the Monday show launches the week. So this is the show that's going to launch the rest of the week. I'm going to set the pace, set the standard of things to come. So I already filled the 2-page quota of finishing. So this will be a third. I don't know if I'll get to the whole thing, but I'll be ahead of my schedule, which is good. Being ahead of schedule is always good. And it's cool too, because like, man, the deadlines for the last 2 years were really getting to me, working on my mind, working on my brain. And they work on my time, not only mind and time, but like every moment of the day is me doing something. And that was it was a little rough. I liked it, and I never want to complain because I remember what it feels like to drive a truck. And I did it. I know how to do that, but I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy driving a truck as much as I do drawing and making comics. I know the way to Milwaukee really easy. I used to go there twice a week. But I feel good that I got rid of a lot of my demanding deadlines. And the problem was I was pitching my comics for a few years, and there was one point where a few years ago, about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, after San Diego Con, I came home and I had nothing to do on my schedule. So I was thinking, man, I'm going to try to pitch my own comic series and things. And the problem, what happened was people said yes. So I got all this work. And then everything that I was waiting to happen all happened at once. Henceforth, the busy schedule. And now I'm still doing the tail end of that busy schedule, but it's a lot easier to manage now. I think the trying times slowed everything down. The trying times actually helped me out. These trying times. Times of crisis. The DC Universe is used to this. Times of crisis. The only thing that really changed is now we have to wear masks. But it seems so normal now. Like you grab your mask, wallet, keys, and leave the house. So it's not really. It's easy to adapt. It's not so difficult. It's not hard to do. These trying times. These do or do not times. There is no try. Coloring lines, which is fun. Sometimes, like, I do it all ink, color, write, pencil. But sometimes certain parts of the day, when I'm sharper or if I'm more tired, it depends on what I choose to do. Like right now, I'm still fresh, so after this live show, I'll go make some more coffee. I'll have a snack, and then I'll get down and I'll probably pencil out the whole flash book. I have it in me today. I feel it. So I really want to get that done, because the faster I get it done, the more faster I could work on other things. It's weird how that is a thing. I want to finish things so I can work on other things. I'm always excited about the next thing, but I'm excited about the current thing as well. I don't know what that is. It's got to be okay though. I'm gonna make this paper black. Make it pop a little bit. And I like using black line, but I like using my black line when it's a color rather than a standard outline. That makes sense. It does. Believe me, it makes sense. I think I might have colored these orange in the last page, but I'm going to go ahead and keep them dark yellow. I think that's okay. Everything I'm telling you guys is true. From a certain point of view. Certain point of view? What do you mean my dad's Darth Vader? That's what he should have said. Oh, spoiler, sorry. What do you mean he's a bad guy? Why didn't he tell Luke? I know why. Because George Lucas didn't know yet. There's a good song right here. This right here. We're getting there, folks. Folks and fellas and fellow ladies in the house, all up in the house. That's why it didn't go. All up in the house. Oh, yeah. So weird, because now, so weird. Now, every time when I draw, I need to put this music on. So weird. Julie. What's his name? So, anytime I hear this, it gets me in the mood to draw. Anytime I hear this cool music. Gordy style. Oh, this should be gray. That's right. The ground is gray. Consistency, my friends. I don't want to confuse the kids. How come the ground was green and now it's gray? I don't know. Because I drew the pages weeks and weeks apart. But I see that light. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see the end approaching. Approaching and encroaching. Can you encroach? I see it happening. I wrote a story yesterday at Harold's. I wrote a Giro Man story about a chickpea who becomes Giro Man's guide to go into Peterville. And I wanted to use another word besides guide. And I forgot what the word was, because when I go to conventions, sometimes I get one of these people. They give me a person to help me guide me along. And I couldn't think of the word. And I was thinking of the word while I was driving, so I couldn't really look it up. But then I thought of the word liaison. But then I think that's that's the person they give me is always my liaison. But I thought of another word. The word I couldn't remember was chaperone. So now in my Giro Man comic, I have a chickpea chaperone. And Giro Man's really confused. You're a chickpea? And she said, yeah, I'm here to take you to Peterville. I'm going to chaperone you on your journey. So she's a chickpea chaperone. But she's a little floating chickpea. And all the chaperones in Peterville see it's a town of fast food. It needs a defender of fried food. So all of the chaperones are little vegetables. Like you could get a little piece of corn, can be your chaperone, or a piece of broccoli, something like that. But Giro Man's chaperone is a chickpea, which I thought was funny because it's cool to draw a floating chickpea. And he says, a floating chickpea? And she says, yeah, but just call me Chick. So her name's Chick for short. So far. But do chickpeas really have a gender? That's the question here. So a chickpea is just a chickpea. So by calling the chickpea Chick, I don't want it to be like derogatory. It's just short for chickpea, right? I'm doing it because of my comic. But I met a few people named Chick. I have a cousin named Chick, and he's a dude, a guy cousin. And I also met a woman named Chick. Chix, her name was. Chix. Not, her name is, not was, because she's still around. Chicks. Maybe I could do that. Call me Chicks. Yeah, that's it. I just did it now. Call me Chicks. That's pretty cool. I just created a character right here for you. The chickpea's cool. It's a floating chickpea. And it tells Giro Man the way. And it's trying to explain to Giro Man what he needs to do. But he's in his Melvin alter ego. Is Melvin something? So she tells him this, just tap the spatula and everything will be clear. He taps it. Bam! And he goes, hi, I am Giro Man. Hello, Sir Chickpea, wherever. Hello, my chaperone. Let us venture to Peterville. She said, now tap the spatula twice. Tap, tap. And then he goes to Peterville. So anytime he taps the spatula twice, he could go to Peterville. But there's also a power that Giro Man has. When he screams the magic word sauce, sauce, he screams the word. I gotta find out what it is, but that's cool. That's always been the way he transforms, but I like tapping the spatula better, like Thor's hammer. Tapping the spatula. That sounds like something you might do for breakfast. No, it doesn't, Baltazar. It sounds nasty. Why don't you just draw comics and stop talking? See? That's what people are saying to me right now. Picking up the vibe. No, not really. Whoa. But Chicks is pretty cool. I like her. She's a good character. It's just a circle with a face. It's pretty cool, though. She floats. Floating chickpea. She flies. So that's what I wrote at Harold's. I wrote a story about food characters at a place where I was waiting for my food. And I got my food faster because I tipped. And when you tip, you must show them the tip and say, "This is for you guys. Thanks for being special in my life." And then he said, "Thank you." And I got my food fast. It's not right, but it happens. That's the way. It's the law of the West over there at Harold's. It's the law of the West. So what happens? See, I invented that word sweat, but I also invented the word "scunna." As in, it's gonna be awesome. Scunna. Like, what do you mean you talk for 2 hours? Yes. What did you say in 2 hours? I don't know. Just saying stuff. Famous cartoonist says things. I just say things. I also made some Migos. If you tune in tomorrow, I'll show you my Venom Migo all finished. That will be tomorrow's show. That will get you back. That will be the cliffhanger of today's episode. If you want to see my Venom Migo, I will show him to you tomorrow. And I'm going to wear my brand new scarf for you. My vampire hours will finally be destroyed. Today they were trying to make a comeback, but I didn't allow them. So that's the deal. If you come back tomorrow, you'll see me reveal Venom. 2099 Venom. Or is it Venom 2099? And then I'll also reveal my fabulous famous cartoonist draws things with a scarf. The scarf is cool, but it's gotta go with the right outfit. I put it on today, it didn't look good with what I had on. But I know what I'm gonna wear it with tomorrow. But I was running out of time. If I wanted to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish before the show, I had to sacrifice this scarf for another day. It is a magical scarf, and it's more like looks like a Technicolor dream scarf. A little bit. You guys will like it. It's cool. Technicolor dream scarf. Spoilers. And people are going to say, look at this guy. What's he doing now? Nobody knows. Just let him go. Just let him do it. You'll like this guy. He's funny. Remember that one cartoon where the police officer bought a TV and the guy who was escaping jail dug underneath his cell, and then when he came out of the ground, he was in the guy's TV? Oh, my wedding anniversary. And he bought his wife a TV. And then when he turned on the TV, that dog was in there. He goes, "You're going to like this guy, honey. He's funny. He's nuts." I think I got all the lines. See, I'm going to clean this up. Let's see what this looks like. This is what I erase all these dots. Let's see what happens. So all 4 of you people watching, you know about the scarf. I was up to like 12 people at one point. But I know people got things to do. But hopefully you interested enough to go back and watch more. All right, look at that. I cleaned it up. Now, oh yeah, look at that. There it is. Look at how clean. Got rid of all those extra lines. Now this one's ready to color. Look at her reading her letter. A knock at the door, and it's her dad. Dun, dun, dun. He's a little bit upset. He's a little miffed, angry. I'm gonna color these orange. I decided they would look better, more consistent with the rest of the page. He's a little upset. Not necessarily at his daughter, but in these trying times that's happening in Big Alien Moon Crush. There's no time to play. We're at war here. Save that. I'm going to color that later. That will be colored later. And I'll see what you guys are saying. Hello. And let me see what I'm going to say things now. See what you guys are saying. E. Brad says draw. Just draw, sir. Troy Younger wants to know, does the chickpea join the hummus collective? That's a possibility. That's where the chickpea comes from, originates. I don't know what a hummus. I know what hummus is, but I never tried it. That's all I want to say. So it's possible that there's many more chickpea. There's more chickpeas out there that are guides, that are chaperones, that are liaisons, if you will. That would be fun. Swig for chickpea hummus. Swig for Troy Younger. You guys are awesome. I'm glad you guys watched me draw. This was real fun. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking. I enjoy drawing. I enjoy dressing up. I enjoy shopping. I enjoy all these things. I'm so glad I could do this. And remember, if you want to support the famous cartoonist, here's the businessman stuff. All the links in my description are all my online things. My threadless t-shirts, my eBay store, my good old-fashioned artbaltazar.com, where you can buy books. I'll sign stuff. But all the money that I'm making from all of these online things are going to publishing some comics. And I'm about to send, well, I got 3 more pages to finish with all your comics number 13. Well, all these books are be finished soon. They'll be at the printer. And I'm going to try to print as many books as I can. So I'm doing okay now. I'm trying to raise some money. And it's a goal. Like, I could either do Kickstarter, but then that's a lot of work for me. Or I could just good old-fashioned raise money and save it. Like, I remember when we wanted to buy a large screen TV. And it was like what did they cost? Like $1,400, $2,000, whatever it was. So what I did was I went to every convention and saved $100, minimum of $100, and put it in the TV coffee can. Put the $100 in the TV coffee can. So at the end of the year, I had enough money to buy a TV set. Like we bought a big flat screen. And that's what I did. And $100 minimum. So if I did a show, I could put 200 in there, 300. I could put more than $100. But every time I did a convention, I put $100 in the can. And it was really cool because at the end of the year, we bought a TV. And that's kind of how my thinking is. Put a little bit, every paycheck you put $1 or $30 or $50, whatever it is, to save something that you want to spend. So that's how I'm doing with the comics. I'm saving money, so everything I make on eBay and all this stuff is all going towards it. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy you guys are supporting. Some of my drawings are going for way beyond any amount that I thought they'd go on. And I have a whole bunch of things to mail out. And if you bought stuff on eBay, it will ship this week. A lot of times I gotta let stuff dry because the ink that I use stays shiny and sticky, and I let it sit. I let it sit and get in the paper real good. And same with the paintings. This flash behind me, it's probably still sticky. Yeah, he is a little bit. So I'm gonna let him dry another 2 days, and then I'll probably ship him out on Friday or so. But that's cool, man. So I'm just so happy I'm able to do this. I'm very fortunate, and I praise baby Jesus every day. And I thank my family for supporting, and I thank you guys for supporting. Let me do this. And it's so weird that this is happening. It's so weird. It's so weird that this is happening. Like, that I get to do this. So hopefully conventions will come back, and I will see you face to face once again. And we will hang out, drink coffee, and have Harold's one day. But thank you for following me. Thank you for watching. Remember the 3 rules, guys. No fighting, no crying. Be nice to each other. And when you go to sleep and you wake up, do things that make you happy. Now, you guys are awesome. Yagams, you're a good man. Yagams, we love you, sir. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Wayne. Yagams, for anyone out there, means you're a good man, sir. You could get that on a t-shirt right now. And you guys are awesome. And I made some end credits for you guys. So enjoy your life. Do your things. I'm going to have some more coffee. I'm going to eat some food right now. And I'm going to see how my kids' Zooms are going. It's already 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Just go, wow, this is a 2-hour show. But thanks for hanging out. And get some rest. Get work done. Kiss your family. Call your mother. Do all that stuff. If you can. If you can do all that. If not, then watch a good movie. Sit back, chill, make some popcorn. But you guys are awesome. I will see you next time. Famous Cartoonist says things. I'll be on tomorrow at noon. Watch me again. Okay, bye-bye.